Robin Washington here with HuskerOnline.com, joined by sophomore guard Glynn Watson. Glynn, just maybe kind of quantify how different things feel for you personally from where things were a year ago when you were a new freshman on campus getting ready for your first college season. How much more confident and, I guess, different do you feel this time around?
I think I got more confidence in my game and more confident with the coaching staff and players. I think they got more confidence in me too. And I think being a leader on the court was a big thing last year and learning experience too. But I think I learned a lot from the older guys last year with Benny and Siobhan. And we still have one here, Todd. But other than that, I think it was just more like learning and adapting to the game and getting stronger and things like that, off-season things, getting better in my game and things like that.
Now, you're just a sophomore, but you played a lot of minutes last year, and you guys got some new faces joining the rotation this year. I mean, I know you're in your second year, but have you kind of maybe taken on a bit of a leadership role, especially being that you're the point guard?
Yes, sir. I think that's the major key, me being the point guard and me playing a major role in the game, big minutes and things like that. I think me executing what Coach Miles wants on the court is going to be the major thing with the guys and new guys too. I think new guys got a lot of talent and skill, so I think people don't know that and think that, but I think that's what's going to surprise them, and I think that's what's going to surprise them about our whole team. I think we got a lot of skill this year, and I think that's going to help us win games and big games when people didn't expect it. So I think this year is going to be a lot of turn heads, and I'm just learning how to still be a leader and learning how to what Coach Miles wants, basically.
Sure. Now, I know last year you mentioned that Coach Miles is hard on you, but he's hard on his point guards a lot of times because he knows that you guys need to be the best players on the court. I mean, I guess how much did last season? I mean, you mentioned learning experience.
Yeah.
I guess how much do you think that whole experience, not only in the games, but just the practices and the workouts and just the one-on-one coaching that you got, how much better has that made you as a player?
I think a lot better. I mean, I always got yelled at with all my other coaches too, so it's not no big thing when coaches yell at me. I just think they know like I can do better, and whatever the problem is, they just want me to fix it. So I don't think it's no bad thing when it comes down to yelling. I mean, sometimes you might take it the wrong way, but you got to know that they just trying to help you. They want the best in you. So that's the major thing with coaches yelling at me. But I think I learned from a lot last year with a new team, new atmosphere, things like that. So this year, it's different. I think he yell at me still, but he's still more as a teaching point because I'm the point guard and got to lead these guys, and we on the court. He coaching us, but we on the court. We got to be together and stick together. So we got to have togetherness on the court and stick up for each other. Can't get down on each other and argue and things like that. I think that's the major key.
Ty, you mentioned him. He's the only senior on this team. Well, have you seen anything different from him this year? I mean, maybe being more of a leader, maybe kind of being a little more serious, or just that this is his final go-round, or anything that you've noticed from him?
Just him being more of leader and more aggressive. I think not just like scoring-wise, I think more aggressive as in like trying to score also, but finding other guys, getting other guys open and things like that. I think that's one major thing I see him doing, and just being more talkative with the guys and not even yelling at them, being more like, teaching, because he know like we all young and he the oldest guy, so he got to carry the weight on his shoulder, even though we learn it too and we know some things, the sophomore, But other than that, I think he been more aggressive with us, on the court and just with the coaches, him and Coach. I think him and Coach Miles is more together this year. He got a big role, and I think this year he's going to turn a lot of heads and surprise a lot of people.
Now, when you look at this lineup, one of the questions they have is who are going to be the scorers?
Yeah.
You look to Ty, you look to Anton, maybe Mike, and they look to you. I mean, is that a role that you're kind of embracing this year, is to maybe be more aggressive offensively and maybe create for yourself a little bit more?
Not just in scoring wise. I think this year, I think last year, I think I just kind of tried to play like sometimes played aggressive, but I didn't play aggressive for my teammates. I think that's why I took a lot of bad shots and things like that. But this year, I think it's more than me being aggressive, but to find other guys open and maybe get my shot too, things like that. And me being aggressive is going to open shots for other guys and open shots for me because then they don't know what I'm going to do. So I think that's the major thing when it comes down to being aggressive is not just being a scorer, but getting assists and getting other guys open, being aggressive to get other guys open. So I think that's what I learned this year and I've been doing this year, trying to embrace when I step on the court is to help my teammates get open shots. I know I'm going to have to score, but still I think that's a major thing is getting my teammates confidence and have confidence in themselves to make a big play also.
There are a lot of fans that are excited to see what Anton is going to bring to the table when he finally makes his debut. You've played a lot with him over the last year. I guess, what are your impressions of him, and what should fans expect when he makes his Husker debut?
Could score the ball in multiple ways, explosive, but also he can shoot the ball. I think he's been injured, a little bit, but he just getting back in his rhythm and things like that. But I think this year y'all gonna see him being a lead scorer and gonna turn a lot of heads. I mean, people looking at him, but some people probably thinking like, oh, you're not gonna be that good here too. But I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna help our team out a lot. I think he just got to get back in the rhythm just for him being injured. But I think he's going to be a major key with scoring for us.
As a point guard, how big of a difference does having a 6'11", 275-pound center on the floor make compared to a year ago?
It's a big difference. I think Big Jordy, he opened up a lot of different things for us on our offensive end and defensive. Offensive-wise, I mean, you gotta respect him, so you gotta respect the big guy, so you gotta help. So that's gonna open lanes and shots for other guys to get open and things like that. And defensive-wise, we didn't have nobody protect the rim. I think he can protect the rim and block some shots. And I think just playing with Ed and MJ, Michael, them guys got a lot stronger and more. They know the game now. So I think them guys gonna help us out a lot too. Just when Jordy not in, or if Jordy in, them playing the 4, it's gonna be big for us. And Mike being a stretch fourth, and he's been making the 3 a lot lately, so that's a big thing. Him making shots, and Ed just being, the guy he is, blocking shots, getting to the rim, being more explosive. And he was injured last year too, but still playing. But this year I feel like he's more explosive and gonna help us out a lot too. And even though he not that tall, but he play big, play big, and that's the big thing for us. So I think we're gonna turn a lot of heads.
What was your reaction when you saw kind of the national preseason predictions having you guys towards the bottom or even at the very bottom of the Big Ten?
To be honest, I didn't know about it until one of the reporters just told me. But I figured that they was gonna have us pretty low because that we lost Siobhan and Drew. But I was for sure they was gonna do that. But to be honest, I don't really pay attention to all that. I just come every day here, practice, and I know what our team can do and what we can, what we can control. So whatever that everybody else think, I think we're gonna turn a lot of heads. We just gotta come out and play and prove people wrong. We can't talk about it or nothing like that. It's just more proving people wrong thing and playing for each other and playing for Nebraska.
What are 1 or 2 reasons why you think you guys are gonna surprise some people this year?
Because we got a lot of skill. A lot of different talented people on the court. And I think our team is, from starters to the bench, I think we got a lot of people that could come in and do different things and can put an impact into the game. I think last year we had that too, but we was kind of like shaky with it. I think a lot of guys didn't know their role and things like that. But I think this year, people coming in, I got a chip on their shoulder from last year, and the new guys, I feel like they got a chip just because we've been pushing them and competing with them and talking stuff on trash to them in practice. That's just getting them tough, things like that. I think they're gonna have a chip on their shoulder too. So I think this year these guys is ready to play. I think it's gonna be a lot of close games, but that's coming. That's just coming with college basketball and Big Ten basketball.
I know you're a Chicagoland guy. World Series going on. Are you rooting for the Cubs?
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Cubs just because they're Chicago. I mean, I'm not really a Cubs fan, but I have to
Who's
jump
your
on
team?
I don't really watch baseball, but I like the White Sox.
Okay.
But I got to jump on their bandwagon just because they're a Chicago team. Can't go against them, So I'm going for the Cubs this year.
Think they're going to win?
I know they 0-1 right now. They lost yesterday.
Yep.
But it's a long series, so you can't say people think. People been talking. I've been watching ESPN and people talking about should we lose faith now, but I don't think so. I think the Cubs gonna pull it through.
Hey, just like you guys, prove the doubters wrong,
sure.
right? All right, Glenn, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Robin Washer with video producer Greg Peterson signing off for HuskerOnline.com.